As of today, the Father has revealed that an increase in perception is on the horizon as a direct result of the prayers that have been sown, asking for vision that is crystal clear. Movement is being created as a result of extensive planting for sight and voice, which is bringing about breakthroughs in these two territories. A more profound vision, including revelation and the manifestation of the word that is spoken. My glory will be seen in the midst of the storms that are occurring. Crisis and chaos are merely a means of revealing the response to my intervention. The difficulties that are visible to the outside world are not the causes of the problems at all, rather, they are an expression of the darkness. However, many people have been blinded to the true nature of this war and have allowed themselves to be sidetracked by circumstances rather than addressing the issues from a supernatural perspective. Your battle is not with flesh and blood. If you merely speak the word, then my servant will live. This is an amazing demonstration of faith. It's possible that many people are dissatisfied with what 2020 vision is revealing, yet you have the ability to achieve laser-like focus. As you move beyond the transitory and into the eternal realm, where there is nothing damaged and nothing missing, the diversions are losing their ability to be helpful. Where all of your needs are satisfied according to the riches that I have in glory through Christ Jesus, and where everything that you say and do becomes just as effective as if I had said or done it myself. My dear children, this is the base state that you intend to be in. This is the path that you are about to undertake. Unfortunately, you have not yet arrived, but you are currently on your way. I am pouring out my Spirit on every living thing, and these are the days that will be filled with miracles and signs. You should not let go of your confidence since it will bring you a tremendous benefit in the future. My will is becoming more congruent with your ideas, and as a result, the outcomes of your actions will become a manifestation of my glory within you. Today, the Father declares, I am not a God who is only halfway there, I am a God who is more than enough. In the event that you are not experiencing more than enough in your life, it is a sign that you have not yet accomplished the fulfillment of your greatest dream and highest heart's desire. What are your thoughts on the possibility that the devil would come down and present that to you on a silver platter? You are engaged in a conflict for your own soul. I will, in fact, enter your life if you make the request to do so. However, I can only take over to get you to the point where you are able to believe and receive it in your life. I can only bring you to the level where you are able to reach fulfillment. Take for example the situation in which you are attempting to drive a car, but only one of the front wheels is moving forward while the other wheel is moving in any direction. There will be a hold-up in progress. On the other hand, if you hire a professionally skilled mechanic to assist you, he will be able to align the wheels so that they work together. This is also true with regard to you. It is possible that my Spirit is inside you, yet, if your mind is not regenerated to my word, it will continue to be clouded to what is yours, and your will not be moving ahead in the most effective manner with mine. Thereafter, individuals wave their fists and inquire, why God? You must understand that this kind of pressure requires faith to be released from you in order to give you the power to receive from me, despite the fact that your circumstances can be extremely difficult at times and you may feel as though you have reached the end of your rope. Just beyond the obstacle that you believe you are unable to overcome is where I have my highest and best wishes for you. When you reach the other side, you will not only be elevated and able to function at a greater level than you did before, but I will also be able to give you the strength to leap over it and clear it. Defeat and victory are inherent in every single obstacle that you face. In either case, defeat is not the same thing as denial. You may have been defeated in a battle, but you will emerge victorious in the war if you have faith and confidence in the fact that I am aware of what I am doing. The fact that everything starts on the inside has made you stronger, even if it seems like you've lost. Despite the fact that you have not yet arrived at your destination, you are now in the process of transitioning to that location. Do not lose heart since you are on your way to becoming affluent. Today, the Father tells you not to be afraid since your destiny is still in this place. Moving forward, one step at a time, toward the goal that was intended for your life is something that you are doing. My wish for you is that you be blessed with good health and prosperity, just as your spirit is blessed with success. On all aspects of life, including the spirit, the soul, the body, the finances, and the social life, health and prosperity are amply provided for and allowed to work at their highest potential on the earth. Despite the fact that I do not take your requirements lightly, you are able to function, and I am moved by your faith. You were purchased through a bargain. The faith that I have placed within you is the faith that I have instilled. You are able to think creatively and come up with clever ideas and creations. That is true. An idea that no one else has ever thought of can be yours. You are able to acquire new abilities without having to undergo formal training, and you are able to have items within your life that have been lost or missing replaced, restored, and much more. Are you able to believe it? It is up to you to decide how you will use the amount of faith that has been bestowed upon you. What is it that you require? Plant a seed. The word is planted by the sower, and the word yields around 30, 60, and 100 times its initial amount. You have the power to ascend to that stage, and it is based on the depth of your faith as well as your capacity to act as a conduit for resources for the kingdom. You are able to stretch and further develop your trust, and you can believe in me for 1,000 times more. It is entirely up to you to choose the degree of your expectations. You are the only one who can accomplish so based on your own thoughts or on influences from the outside. To what extent you are able to believe, accomplish, and receive is directly proportional to the amount of perseverance you exhibit in pursuing your goals. It has nothing to do with whether or not I am willing to offer it to you. What are you going to do with everything that I have placed within you and in front of you? I have placed everything that you require within you and before you. Your supplication for pity and clemency has been heard by the throne, you have been told by the Father today. For this reason, I have come to bring you deliverance and honor for your situation. Those who were previously incarcerated by hope will eventually become a source of hope for those who are despairing and the foundation of liberation for those who are bound. The Lord declares, I will set you free by my mighty hand, and I will place an unbreakable hedge of fire all around you. For you, my glory will serve as a guard, and it will transform you into a city without walls. According to the Father, you will no longer be a victim of circumstance or a captive of law, rather, you will be free in every sense of the word. This is because I will be able to set others free through you. You are not a slave, rather, you are a king. Because I created you from the very beginning of the world, I am the one who holds the title of king over you. You are deserving of the honor that is typically reserved for kings, and I am bringing it to you because of this reason. Not only will you ride your horse, but you will also eat at upscale restaurants. A great number of people will flock to you in order to receive blessings, and your home will be referred to as a house for the blessed and highly beloved residents. I have given you this as a reward for having complete faith and trust in my hand, even when things were at their worst and you were starving despite the fact that there was enough available to you. During the time when you were in need, you called upon me, and I heard you, and I have come to you. I am the God of restoration, and I am able to restore your honor and freedom, both of which were taken from you and for which you were rejected. Put yourself in a position of prayer and make your way to Zion, For it is on Mount Zion that deliverance will be found, and you will be able to take possession of what you have. According to the proclamation of the Father, your deliverance and honor are components of your belongings that will be restored to you and to members of your household to a significant degree. I will offer you the testimony of my magnificence in the challenge that you are currently facing, says the Father. He says this message today. I am leading you into a beautiful situation, resolved with the help of the challenging circumstance that you are currently facing. Your spirit is going to undergo a transformation that will transform it from a dry and parched location into a well-watered place, bringing my fullness and favor into your life. You are the branches of the vine, and I am just the vine. At the same time that I am branching out and vining myself in you. Do not make any attempt to impose a sliding rule on what I am doing, nor should you permit other people to describe what they believe is taking place, because you do not possess all of the knowledge, and they have me completely wrong-headed. Perform a test of the spirits. If it is not a yoke easy and a burden light, then it is not me, regardless of the number of witnesses who appear to be present who are misleading. Never give the circumstance the power to speak with more authority than the promise that I have made to you in your life. The contradiction is the circumstance, and the delight that is set before you is the promise that I have made upon you. What course of action are you going to take? Either go back to the way things were, or go on into the better day that I have planned for you. It is God who declares, I am the day star that is rising in your heart. Now, light is emerging from the darkness, and at this very moment, I am bringing insight, a new understanding, out of the confusion that has been present. I am revealing to you things, even things that have been concealed since the beginning of the world, but which have now been made evident to you and through you so that you may shout from the rooftops that which I have revealed to you in secret. Today, the Father says, Oh, how I long for Christ to be formed in you, the Father exclaims. You are making progress, so do not become tired in your good working, since in due time you will reap if you do not give up and faint. Remember that you are making progress. Give patience the opportunity to do her ideal work so that you might become perfect and complete without any deficiencies. It is via the challenges you encounter that you are gaining more knowledge than you ever have before, even when things are going swimmingly. However, if you do not make adjustments to the sails on a regular basis, you will undoubtedly end up in a crash. I will assist you in adjusting your sails so that you might arrive at the other side of the journey victorious and brimming with blessings. You may feel as though the challenges are overwhelming. Yet, with me by your side, you will be able to find the strength to rush through a troop and leap over a wall when it is essential. How far are you willing to go to test your faith? It is at this level that the miraculous has the potential to materialize in your lifestyle. Delays are not the same thing as denials. It would not be unjust for me to ignore the work and the labor of love that you have done for the sake of establishing my purposes in the earth. I am always yearning for that one person whose heart is entirely mine, and my eyes are continuously traveling to and fro throughout the entire planet. When it happens, I am able to demonstrate my strength on their behalf. That you believe that I am, and that I am a rewarder of those who seek me with diligence, is the reason why faith is so vital. A desire that is fulfilled is a tree of life, while hope that is postponed causes the heart to become sick. You should fix your eyes on the tree of life and the promises that I have made to you, and you should make the decision to entrust me with the responsibility of ensuring that the things you desire are fulfilled at the appropriate time. Hope in me serves as a mooring for your spirit, ensuring that your thoughts remain fixed on my word and the things that I have promised to accomplish in your life. When you have reached the point where you are sure that I am able to fulfill what I have promised, then your miracle is already on its way to you. to bring an end to the desolations that have been plaguing your life and to usher you into a period of newly discovered fruitfulness, the Father declares today, I am moving and militating in your life, says God. The moment has come to get rid of those ineffective teachings and all prophecies that are tainted with the thoughts of men rather than being filled with the glory that I bring when I change people's lives. They spoke in my name, and their intentions were genuine, yet, they have not yet learned how to overcome their restricted thinking and biases in relation to what I have revealed them about your life. Be sure to listen and show appreciation, but also exercise discernment and choose carefully what you allow into your heart. I want you to have faith in what I am saying from the very depths of your being, at least to the extent that you yearn for words that come from questionable sources. You are one of those kings, says God, for I am the King of Kings, and I have crowned you with my power and anointed you for triumphant victory. This is the time when kings go out to fight, and you are one of those kings. Do not allow yourself to be a wallflower of testimony that never takes place. Be grateful for the things I've accomplished in the past, but focus on the things I'm doing right now and the things I'm bringing about. Those who are confident in their relationship with God will be courageous in their endeavors. Take the words of prophecy that you are aware I have spoken over your life and fight with them as if they were a battering ram, splintering every door that is closed against your destiny. I am with you in everything, directing, correcting, and expanding each step that you take. In this day and age, the Father declares, I am your refuge and your strength. When it comes to your circumstance, I am not only present, but I am very present. I am as close as the breath that comes through your nostrils. As you breathe in the fidelity of my name, and as you breathe out the dominion of my name, which moves to vanquish every attack that devil has against you, I will bless you. The instability of the situation or the events that appear to be occurring to other people is irrelevant. You are the one I am working with to accomplish what I want to do and to the best of my ability. Neither should you ever attempt to reason away the safety that I have placed in your life, nor should you ever talk yourself out of the favor that I have bestowed upon you. It is necessary to remove the earth. Despite the fact that the mountains are being swept into the sea and the waves are roaring and being tormented, my serenity will continue to be with you, and my profound care for you will continue to be persistent. Take a drink from my river, says the Lord. These are the currents that bring joy to the hearts of all those individuals who have established their faith in me. They flow from my tabernacle on high and change your life into a tabernacle of my glory that is, as in heaven as it is on earth. Because it is in your heart that I choose to reside and where I choose to make myself known to the rest of the world. I am in the midst of you, God, let the lamentation of the heathens be heard. You are not going to be moved. Right now, I shall be of assistance to you and that. You can rely on my timing, even if I don't work according to man's schedule. The time in which I am moving in your circumstance is something that you should trust, I say. You have inquired and you have sought out the higher road of my kingdom, and it is available to you, but you must make yourself open to retraining and repositioning of things while I bring you to the fulfillment of your destiny, as my mission alters everything in your life, even to this very day. This day, the Father instructs you to be resolute, to think, and to incline your ear. Forget your own people and the house that your father built, because the King will have a strong longing for your beauty and will bring you into the very depths of my goodness, blessing, and benediction for your life. God has revealed that there are gifts in the room for those who have a heart that is faithful and who just have eyes for me. It is possible to obtain mantles that are easily accessible and that bring about the fulfillment of one's ultimate heart's desire as well as the fulfillment of one's destiny. As soon as I entered your heart and bestowed upon you the gift of redemption, you transformed into a glorious being on the inside and a virginal spirit in your spirit. It is my opinion that you are clean. I say that you are empowered, and by this day, you are moving up and moving out into upgrade and exploding blessing in my kingdom. I say this because you are already powerful. The day before I come to you, I bring you in garments made of needlework, surrounded by angels who are singing with joy and rejoicing. You have been through a period of time in which you have not been happy, and you have been familiar with the feeling of pain. Nevertheless, the joy that is my kingdom is now replacing all of the anguish that you have. Both connections and relationships are undergoing transformations at the moment. You are going to be surrounded by followers of faith and fellow citizens who are walking in my glory. They are going to lift up the arms of discouragement and despair. Grief is beginning to lessen. The arrival of joy and jubilation is imminent. The need and the cry of your heart are being met directly from my throne, and from that ground, I will fill in every blessing that is temporal. Just how does that affect the situation? Consequently, the memorial and the remembering are altered. This season is a season of memorialized breakthrough and over-the-top blessing, and the anguish and grief will vanish, never to be thought again. This season is a season you will never forget. The Father has spoken to us today, saying that if you seek my face, you will encounter my hand. When you seek my judgments on the slopes of the north, my blessings will come upon you and overtake you. You must be willing to be corrected, even chastened, since I only chasten those whom I love, and those whom I love I care for and bring to destiny in their life. You are to plead my cause when you stand before me, says God, for the gavel has already been lowered in your favor. The Father states that there is no double jeopardy in the kingdom. Calvary was the place where the price was paid for everything, including the things for which you stand before me without any excuse. At Calvary, every judgment and penalty was poured out on heaven's darling so that you may be set free with the knowledge that in my eyes, you have not mistreated anybody, you have not cheated anyone, and you stand before me as a child of my kingdom who is pure, clean, eligible, and entitled to be loved and privileged. Instead of focusing on the things that are going to happen on earth, God says, you should look to me. In the kingdom, there is no corruption, and your mission is to pray that your kingdom would come down to earth in the same way that it is in heaven. What is the situation like in heaven, God? If heaven is heaven, then emergency rooms are heaven. Are the supply lines suffocating? Are there any people who are unemployed in heaven? According to the Father, these are the inconsistencies, yet, I have commanded you to endure contradictions just as I did, because I have set before you the pleasure that was put before me. I am not looking at you or your history of failure, rather, I am looking to the cross because the cross is sufficient. You are eligible, and you are entitled to it due to the fact that I am not looking at you. Have faith in it. Give in to it. Do not allow yourself to think outside of the Christ mentality, for just as I am in the skies, I declare to you today that you are on earth even though I am in heaven. The Father has spoken to us today, saying, I consider you to be similar to my heart. It is a heart that is filled with love for people and seeks mercy rather than justice with its burning passion. It is for the sake of reigniting your passion for love and mercy for all people that I am showing this heart to you at this very moment. The soft mercies and agape love that I have are wonderful qualities to possess if you want to be successful in winning over those who have been lost and those who have done wrong. God has given you the task of following up in the ministry of reconciliation without showing any form of discrimination and re-establishing all individuals' connection to one another. My hand of mercy has been extended to you, even though you did not in any way deserve it. Due to the sweet mercies that I have bestowed upon you, the adversaries of your soul were unable to destroy or consume you. You have received an abundance of my mercy, therefore, you should display reciprocity and be merciful in your dealings with man. If you do this, you can count on me to bless and favor you tremendously, says the Father. It is a natural phenomena to show love when you are in the company of those who love you, but the heart of love that I am disclosing to you is for you to love your adversaries and extend kindness to those who take advantage of you in spite of your feelings. If you want to walk in the fullness of my Spirit and be completely complete in me, you will need to pass this promotion test. You have been summoned to a high post, and I have placed a great deal of resources at your disposal. God states that whoever receives a great deal, he will also receive a great deal in return. I have high hopes for you, and it will be a tremendous pleasure for me if you are able to capture the insights and the passions of my heart, which is filled with compassion and love for all people. The new season has arrived, and the Father says that one of the steps in the process of your healing is to walk in my stead totally until my thoughts become your thoughts and my ways become your ways. The Father has instructed me to direct me today in regard to the works that I have created. The daylight is when I am told to be kind and compassionate, and the nighttime is when my nature of being warlike is in charge. O warrior of the dayspring, you are not of the night, but you are of the day. You are of the bright side. Allow my light to take root in your heart. Ascend into the constellation of my plans that I have predetermined for you before the world was even created. When it comes to them, it is line upon line and precept upon precept that they may fall, go backward, and be destroyed. Other people will not get it, and they will not understand. That I am the God who has never planted anything in a row is something that you have figured out, right? They have vanished. There is a similarity between them and the flower that withers away or the blade of grass that withers in the oven. Allow me to handle them. They are nothing more than a lot of noise that is attempting to divert your attention away from the magnificence that is taking on within you at this very moment. According to God, I have not forgotten about you. I have not abandoned you, this is what your rock says. The tyranny that the adversary has been on you is beginning to lift, and the kindness that I have in my heart is coming down on you like a warm blanket. In this hour, my love and my mercy are your bountiful portion, so wrap yourself in my love and my mercy and allow them to envelop you completely. They are going to look for you, but they will not be able to locate you. The blindness of their demanding nature will always lead them to come up empty-handed, while you will go forth free and in freedom. This is because wherever my Spirit is in you and around you, there is freedom, and freedom is your part this day, says God. They will grope about the door, but they will always come up empty-handed. The Father tells you today that all you require is already available to you, and it is there inside you. He says this because it is already present. Through your faith in my word, my Son, and Jesus, my Spirit is able to reside inside you. Lord Jesus Christ is the Word made human. Being able to be filled with all of my fullness is something that is possible for you because of his submission. Within my completeness is an indescribable thrill that is brimming with glory. There is nothing that is absent or deficient, there is never a depletion or a decline, but you continue forward and upward from faith to faith and from glory to glory. The light that is continually rising belongs to you. An esoteric concept that only a select few members of the Deeper Life Club are able to achieve is not the case here. It is accessible to everyone and serves as a solid base upon which you can construct your entire life as you see fit. The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that can only come from spending time in my word, which requires dedication and desire to accomplish, will be the means by which my glory will be made evident in its entirety. From the inside out, your life is revolutionized. Your faith, hope, and love, as well as your very thoughts and attitudes that are related to your life, including your spirit, soul, body, finances, and social life, are all transformed by your rejuvenated mind. Therefore, when you speak, the mind of Christ that is within you will allow boldness and confidence to be released by your faith, which will make you more effective and immune to fear. You will then be able to call me into mind of my word based on your trust in knowing what I say and also believing that I will bring it to pass. Then I am able to bring things to your memory in a more open and unrestricted manner, bringing to your attention how the events, even when they appear to be of little significance, have actually been working together for your benefit throughout your entire life. You will find that you are beginning to comprehend how I am able to actively maneuver you around the challenges and hurdles that you are confronted with. I am the path maker, and I am constructing a path for you today, through this wilderness, out into your expansive region of love, joy, and peace, where sorrow and sighing shall flee away. I am making this way for you. Today, the Father asks, when I start a fire, will there not be a burning that results from it? This is a season of refinement, and a great deal of dross, as well as a great deal of wood, hay, and stubble, is being consumed by the flame. Don't even bother to think about it again. You are mistaken in thinking that you are losing something that I had always intended for you to have forever. The transitory riches of limited man or his self-centered concepts of accomplishment and fame are not worthy of your trust. Instead, place your faith in me. I will be of no reputation before man. If it is possible for my Father to hold me in reputation in the heavens, you should say to yourself in your heart. Put it out there. Give in to it. Embrace the truth of my deep calling to your deep this day, says God. Embrace it. Remember that from the land of Jordan and the hill Mizar, all of my waves and billows have passed over you, sweeping away that which is fading and holding you back and plunging you headfirst into a future of forward expectation in which all of your dreams are fulfilled and the desires of your highest hearts come to pass for no apparent reason.